Warthogs are actually omnivores as well. They're not herbivores like people might think. Even though they do 90% of their food, if not more, they do rely on grass and plant roots and so forth. But they'll also eat whatever else they can get their little hooves on. The odd insect, or find some bird eggs, or even carcasses. Occasionally I've seen warthogs on carcasses. Obviously when there's no lions on it and no hyenas on it, but they'll eat meat as well, carrion, all kinds of different stuff. Pretty much like normal pigs. See, when he chews, a few different things I'm noticing at the moment. When he lifts his head up and he opens his mouth, you'll see he's actually got two sets of tusks. Difficult to see now, he's right behind that branch there, but keep an eye out, you'll see it in the next few seconds at some stage. And they've got the two sets. The top set is the bigger ones, and in the case of this guy, a male, they'll use that for fighting as well when they're wrestling with other pigs, other warthogs. For females, it's more a bit of a, almost like a tool, well, for males and females. So if they're digging out to pull out a plant root, or to maybe open up a little hole that they want to eat something in, that they smell inside, they use those tusks as like short picks almost to dig with, scrape things open. And to an extent obviously a defense mechanism as well. They're quite strong, and they're curved so they can hook into something. But then that lower set of the tusk, the bottom jaw tusk, are much smaller, but they actually sort of glide or work against the top tusk. So as the pig is eating, as the warthog's feeding, it's always keeping those bottom tusks sharp, literally to the edge of like a knife edge. If you came up close to it, you'll see that the one side is very, very sharp, and that's a very dangerous weapon. If something that's trying to hurt or injure them, something like a leopard or a lion, they can use those bottom tusks very effectively. They can slice and puncture and cut and tear with it. And then obviously also if they're digging out a nice big fat root, they can use that sharp edge to cut it off or to get it out. So two very handy tools as well as weapons in the front end of the mouth there. You can see the top tusk nicely. The bottom set is much smaller, but come on, yeah, that's more like it. We like it more on that side of the tree. Other thing that caught my attention in this specific warthog's case, he's got quite a nice mane going. If you look at the top of his neck, all the way from the sort of the top of the skull all the way down to the shoulders, running along the ridge of his back, or the ridge of his neck, a nice long mane there. In this specific case, he's quite a blonde warthog. And what they do is that can stand up, the same as you find with most animals. Think of a dog maybe, or a cat. You think of nyala. If you spend time with our warthogs, you might have seen some beautiful strutting behavior from nyala. They also do that, called palo erection. All that hair stands up, and in the warthog's case, maybe if there's a predator close by, they do that. They make all their hair stand up, make themselves look as big as they possibly can. It might just be enough for that leopard to think, yo, that's a bit of a big warthog, I'm rather not going to mess with it. And then also obviously for mating. One male is trying to impress a female, or trying to impress another male so they don't have to fight. That hair that makes them look bigger comes in very handy. I think we're going to move along a bit. This warthog seems to be adamant about staying behind that branch.